Why the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important waterways in the world. What if a narrow stretch of water could influence the global economy? What if the closure of a single maritime route could cause oil prices to skyrocket worldwide? Welcome to the Strait of Hormuz, a small but extremely powerful gateway that connects the energy resources of the Middle East to the rest of the world. Every day, millions of barrels of oil pass through this narrow channel. Because of its strategic location, the Strait of Hormuz has become one of the most important and closely watched waterways on Earth. Location and geography. The Strait of Hormuz lies between Iran to the north and Oman and the United Arab Emirates to the south. It connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman, which then leads to the Arabian Sea and the wider Indian Ocean. Although the strait is about 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, the actual shipping lanes used by large oil tankers are much smaller. Because of this narrowness, the strait is considered a major maritime choke point. Why the Strait of Hormuz is so important? The importance of the Strait of Hormuz cannot be overstated. Nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply passes through this route every day. This means that the global energy market heavily depends on this single waterway. Major oil-producing countries in the region export their petroleum through this strait, including Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, United Arab Emirates. These countries send their oil primarily to large energy-consuming regions such as Asia, Europe, and North America. For example, countries like China, India, Japan, and South Korea rely heavily on oil shipments that pass through this route. Historical importance. The Strait of Hormuz has been strategically important for centuries. Even before the modern oil industry, the region was a vital trade route connecting the Middle East with South Asia and East Africa. However, its importance increased dramatically in the 20th century after the discovery of large oil reserves in the Persian Gulf region. As global demand for oil grew, the Strait of Hormuz became the main export route for Middle Eastern energy resources. Military and strategic importance. Because of its importance, the strait is closely monitored by many countries. Naval forces from several nations patrol the region to ensure freedom of navigation. For example, the United States maintains a strong naval presence in the region to protect commercial shipping and maintain stability. Other international forces also cooperate to secure maritime traffic and prevent piracy or attacks on oil tankers. Political tensions in the region. The Strait of Hormuz has also been a focal point of geopolitical tensions. Relations between Iran and some Western countries have often led to concerns about potential disruptions to shipping. From time to time, political disputes, sanctions, and military confrontations have raised fears that the strait could be blocked or restricted. What happens if the strait is blocked? If the Strait of Hormuz were ever closed, the consequences would be enormous. Oil prices around the world could rise dramatically. Global energy markets would experience significant disruption, and many countries would struggle to secure alternative energy supplies. Although some pipelines and alternative routes exist, they cannot fully replace the massive volume of oil transported through the strait. Global economic impact. The stability of the Strait of Hormuz directly affects the global economy. Higher oil prices can lead to increased transportation costs, higher energy prices, and inflation in many countries. This is why governments and international organizations closely monitor the situation in the region. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Strait of Hormuz is far more than just a narrow stretch of water. It is one of the most important maritime routes on Earth, playing a crucial role in global energy security and international trade. Its location, economic significance, and political sensitivity make it a key strategic point in global geopolitics. Understanding the importance of the Strait of Hormuz helps us appreciate how geography can influence world politics, energy markets, and the global economy.